All right. Hi. So today it was announced. I finished down the rest of this wonderful root beer float my wonderful wife made me. It's better than chocolate and chicken juice. There are some people who are going to get that. Not very many though. Um, so here's the career of Mike Fisher. And players retire all the time. I always thought it was weird that he went from the Senators to the Predators. So he never played for a team that didn't end with Etters. Ators. Had to be in there otherwise. See, if there was a team called the Alligators in Florida, he might have gone there. Because you have to have Aters at the end. But I digress. And it's an interesting career because he's a guy who was perceived as overpaid and underperforming. And at the end of his career, he was viewed as a guy who was very reasonably paid and performing well. So it's kind of fun to look at. Now, I remember when he came up for the Senators in 99, 2000, and I was a big fan of his game. I really was. I thought Mike Fisher was going to be a really, really, really solid number 2 center for the Senators. And he's really not paid great. I mean, by NHL standards. Okay, by any of our standards, it's a lot of money. 650 grand, 685 grand, 765. Right here. So in 0203, he's making 38 points and he's getting paid 750 grand. We've agreed that a player putting up these totals now is worth approximately $3 million. And with what Fisher brought to the team, he's probably worth $3.5 million with that total. The following season, 24 games played, 10 points, 962 grand at the end of his entry-level contract. Then he signs a 3-year contract, 1.5 million per year. This is what I never understood. So Sens fans got angry later. It's sort of like Vancouver fans did this with Alex Burrows too. So you get him at a bargain rate, 44 points, 48 and 47, while playing 68, 68, and 79 games. Fisher, because of the game he plays, he gets hurt a lot. But when he's in the lineup, he's a game changer. Not always on the score sheet. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 20-goal seasons and 3 others that are close. This past season he had 18. So decent totals for a guy who's not your first line center, but considering they're only paying him $1.5 million here, great. Now I went with salary instead of cap hit. So you get $6 million in 08-09, and he only scores 13 goals and 32 points. And this is when there was some rumblings about, Fisher's got paid too well. He got all his money, and now he's, whatever, insert name of comment here. And Carrie Underwood came into the picture at that point too. Now, Carrie Fisher, of course, I just can't call her Carrie Fisher because to me that's Star Wars. So it's just, I can't separate the Carrie Fisher name from the actress who recently passed on. The following season, his salary's $4 million. He scores 53 points, wiping out all memories of, he's not that great. He's pretty damn good. Then in 10-11, he gets traded. And where's he going to go with Carrie Underwood but Nashville? And it was honestly, right from the beginning, it was literally a marriage made in heaven, basically, because he goes to Nashville, 2011. They start having playoff success when he gets there. I still remember Vancouver knocking them out in the second round, but there was a perception that once he got there in 10-11, that the Predators were on their way up. And that he was a part of that. After he got to Ottawa, his numbers improved slightly. He had 24 points in 55 games with the Senators. He had 12 points in 25 games with the Predators. So small improvement there. And he always seemed very comfortable as a member of Nashville. He scores 24 goals his first full season there. He's making $4 million a year, and suddenly he's seen as a bargain. And the rest of his career, as you can see, $3 million, 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 4.8, $4 million. By retiring and opting not to come back for one more year, Mike Fisher probably leaves at least $3.5 million on the table. And we could say, he's made so much money throughout his career. What difference is it going to make? People with money usually are happier if they have even more of it. So you need more money. Fisher, it never seemed like that kind of guy. And Nashville will miss him. The moves they made on July 1st, I mean, when they brought in Bonino, as far as I was concerned, when Bonino came in, that meant that Fisher was probably out. I think they had an inkling that he was going to retire. And why not? Nashville's gone to the final. Nashville's on their way up. And he's getting to the stage where he's played a lot of hockey. Even with all those injuries, he still comes out with 1,088 games. He comes out with 585 points and 276 goals. He's not a Hall of Famer, but those are damn good numbers. And that 1,088 games is impressive because of the way he played. I mean, when a guy gets injured regularly, and he doesn't change his game because of the injuries, and he still reaches that 1,000-game mark, it means something. And in this day and age where almost, every veteran will hit 1,000 games, because there's a lot of teams and you'll always get second, third, and fourth chances, for the most part, to me, his total is impressive. And Mike Fisher's career was impressive. If he had come back, he likely would have played their third-line center position. Maybe they would have tried him on the wing and moved him around. But while I perceived that the Predators were always willing to take him back, if he chose to come back, that was fine. It's a Matt Cullen situation where I don't think Cullen would even consider playing anywhere but Pittsburgh. And I don't think Mike Fisher would have considered playing anywhere except Nashville. And I don't blame him. He has everything there. His life is in Nashville. So, it's an interesting career in that he starts off as kind of an unknown, kind of an extra guy, and then he's underpaid for what he's producing, and then he's overpaid for what he's producing, and then everything's fine, and then he gets moved to Nashville, and from there he's just seen as a good veteran forward. And of course I do that. Anyways, to refer back to Airplane, maybe I have a drinking problem. I'm not going to do it again. But it's hot out, so. Alright, well, that's going to have to go in the laundry. But regardless, what are you laughing about over there?
Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's laughing at me.
They are too, I'm sure.
My subscribers don't laugh at me, they laugh with me.
Oh, they laugh at you. I'm sure.
Right, now I got Carrie stuck in my head. They're all going to laugh at you. Alright. Mike Fisher, let me know your comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And tremendous career. I mean that bigly. And he came in kind of unheralded. Probably too much was expected of him at one point in Ottawa, and then Nashville, he just slipped right in and fit, and everything was great. And I would imagine he'll have a role with the team going forward. I haven't read up on that yet, but I would imagine he has a role with the team going forward because Mike Fisher is going to spend the rest of his life somehow associated with the Nashville Predators. So let me know what you think, especially if you're a Nashville fan. And hey, this is Nashville country, right? I believe this is still Nashville country, at least till the start of the season, and then the flavor of the month will show up, but still Nashville country. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys again soon.